because we have to understand that Mexico and the ocean is just an all-time favorite for everybody. So Acapulco is over 90 years old as a touristic destination. Okay. Puerto Vallarta is another really well consolidated destination, especially for North Americans. And that's been going for over 70 years. Mm-hmm. Now, Cancun, I just told you the story about the IBM machine proposing Cancun as the next hotspot, and that was developed in 1970. And Cancun just turned 55 years old. Mm-hmm. Then you have Playa del Carmen, which is 33 years old as a municipality. Mm-hmm. So it's younger than I am. I'm 38 years old, and Playa del Carmen has only been here for 33 years. Now, when it comes to Tulum, many people go like, oh no, Tulum is done. Guys, Tulum is absolutely far, far from done. Why? Because the Tulum real estate the developing of the real estate industry began in 2010. Mm-hmm. So Aldea Sama began being marketed back in 2008. So we're talking about a destination that is less than 15 years old. Mm-hmm. Like it's just completing its first cycle. So we still have a bunch of way to go with Tulum. There's a lot of services. And the great thing about this is I believe that it's called opportunity. Mm-hmm. Because those people whoever bought Bitcoin at 95 or $110,000, they bought it right on top of the cycle, and now they're suffering. But those that waited for this downturn right now of Bitcoin, that they know that it's going to go up again, they're going to make a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things with Tulum. Tulum got so hot so fast that a bunch of people came into Tulum after the pandemic, 2020, 2021, 2022. Now, those people bought into the hype, but if they were looking just for 6-month return or for a short future return, they probably didn't do it with the right mindset. Tulum is for the middle run right now. And those people that go into the Tulum market, they're going to make huge gains taking those opportunities right now and understanding the market, because that's the other thing. So when you have, I call them chiquilotes, those projects of small land that you can pay like $100 per month. Yes, there are those kind of projects. Well, those are not real opportunities. You are buying something that was a lot less expensive, but they chopped it down into little pieces so you could buy it. Now, that's what the base of the pyramid of the population buys. But those that can afford high-end products, that offer high-end services and attention to their guests, that's what has set them apart from the market. And I believe that AMARI Uptown Luxury Villas and Cosmos by AMARI is one of those projects. So today I'm being accompanied in the BrokerCenter studio by Sabrina Amezcua. And please remind me of your last name.
Mesa.
And Maria Mesa from the AMARI team. And on the other side of the camera and of the microphone, I have Akil Franklin. Akil, it's great to have you, man.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So, yesterday we talked about who's behind the project. And for the market right now, both as buyers and real estate brokers, it is really important to understand who's the mind behind the projects and what their vision, both for the project and for Tulum, is. So, I'm really glad to have you here with us, and I would truly appreciate if you tell us a bit about the background, the vision, and what made you develop these amazing projects in Tulum.
You bet. So I'm the CEO of AMARI Tulum, and we're a vertically integrated developer. That means we design, develop, build, furnish, handle the legal, closing, and even operate the communities. All of that happens under the same roof. And the reason we went with that approach is because the founders of AMARI Tulum had lived and stayed in LATAM for decades, really. And we noticed that there were some consistent pain points when we wanted to live, buy, build here. Okay. And we wanted to solve all of those pain points for our buyers. Things like being able to drink water from the tap, power that always stays on, connectivity, paved roads, being able to get where you needed to get or wanted to get easily, being able to work productively with super fast, hyper reliable internet, and other infrastructure. All of that was really important to us personally. And so we assumed, we made the thesis that that was also important to other international buyers. And so when we designed these products, we did that with all of those things, not just in mind. That was really the foundation of what we built. And then we laid on top of that just incredible world-class design. We brought in the best architects in Mexico, and then we also added incredible five-star resort services on top of that.
Now, you mentioned something really interesting, which is solving the pain points of living in Latin America as a foreigner and as somebody that's coming from actually developed cities. Now, what was the thought process for trying to decide where to build AMARI Uptown?
So the location for Uptown was very intentional. We wanted to be close enough to the major landmarks of Tulum and the major cultural centers of Tulum, that being Tulum Centro, La Valletta, the beach, but then also new connectivity. So the new airport and the new Maya train. And so Uptown seemed to be the perfect location where we could get this sort of peaceful jungle environment, but balanced with connectivity to all of these important locations throughout the town. So you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Because I believe that many times we have clients that are looking for the closest to the beach as the best location. But I do believe that Uptown is, and you were pioneers on the location and in choosing that one. So when the market looks for as close to the beach as possible, but you have over 90% of your inventory sold, I believe that the market has understood the importance of being at the center and just thinking of the long run. Because, as you said, as the town grows and as Tulum develops, you will be really close to everything and actually in the middle of the services. So, what has been the opinion with your clients and your guests regarding the location? Because I mean, I'm going to be really honest and straightforward. Many times the brokers don't even go beyond the carretera federal. If they go like, oh, if it's above the carretera, like I'm not going there. So I want you to share with the audience how your guests and the owners have enjoyed that location being on the other side of the highway and just not taking as close to the beach as possible as their decision making factor.
So the feedback that we get from both guests and owners, and you can even see them in the reviews, is that they love the peacefulness of the location combined with the connectivity that our services provide. One thing that makes Amari Uptown truly different from, I think, any other development in Tulum is that we offer free luxury transportation anywhere guests or owners want to go in Tulum. Yes, it's like having your own driver. So anytime you want, you can get in one of our Suburbans or minivans or other vehicles. The driver will take you where you want to go and then pick you back up. And so that changes the calculus on what the location means to you. Now you have the upside of peace, jungle, tranquility, yeah, with really close, painless connectivity to anywhere you want to go. If you're a couple of minutes away from the beach or more, that still usually means you're getting on a scooter, you're getting in a car, you're thinking about gas, is my tire inflated? Where am I going to park when I get there? Do I have to pay for parking? Our owners and guests don't have to think about any of that. They just get into the back of the vehicle and go. And so we've managed to solve for any of the pain points that being a little more remote and peaceful give you while giving you all the upside.
Now, one of the things that we were talking about yesterday, Akil, was the concept of the 20-minute city. And this is a concept that is being pushed by many of the urbanistic experts all over the world. It's not me saying or making this up. You can Google this one. There's even like academic and scientific studies about it. Telling that if you're able to design a city where all services are within a 20-minute drive tops, well, then you are basically living a dream because you are not spending your life commuting and doing these long runs. I know that in places like Texas, the US, or even Canada, commuting for 2 or 3, even 4 hours a day is quite usual. So I just brought up here Google Maps to show you the distance between AMARI Tulum, AMARI Uptown Tulum, and how you get to the closest beach club. Would in this case be Amansala Resort, just down the Kukulkan Boulevard, and it's a 15-minute drive. So
Right.
when you understand that you can be 15 minutes away from this beautiful Tulum beach, and you're able to have high-speed internets, paved roads, you don't have to ride around in the dirt. You are able to drink water from the tap due to the water filtration systems that Amari Uptown designed and implemented in the residential. You understand that you're not that far away, but you do get this calm, um, peaceful jungle environment because when you go up to the rooftop in one of the Amari Uptown villas, what you see is just jungle and green all around you, and just sleeping there at night is amazing. So 15 minutes away is just so easy. And then the other thing, Akil, because Amari Tulum, it has an almost perfect um, rating on Google Maps. Here we can see that we have 82 reviews, 4.9 stars. That's almost a perfect rating. And that is just amazing. And I'm going to bring up here the latest más recientes. There we go. And you can see we have one from 1 day ago, Ver Original. This is 2 days ago. So this is people enjoying Amari right now. And you're not gonna find, oh my God, getting there was it was a dirt road. The road was so bumpy. With the rain, we couldn't drive in there, or driving or riding a bicycle from there was just terrible. You have an almost perfect rating. So congratulations on creating this amazing concept. It's, I understand it's 46 villas.
Yes,
42 of them are already sold.
correct.
You have 4 left for sale on pre-sale. They can be completed. The closest one I remember was 8 months,
7 to 8 months.
7 to 8 months.
And the other three, about 11 months.
And they can be visited right now, and the amenities that you have created there are just absolutely amazing, Akil. Now tell me, are you into sports and wellness? Because I believe the amenities are from somebody that's truly into wellness.
Very much into wellness and taking care of your physical form and your vessel as well as your mental and spiritual space. And so when we designed the amenities at Amari, we didn't want the gym, we didn't want the wellness areas to sort of be this sales tool, a bolt-on thing that was an afterthought. We really wanted it to be the center because I personally live in Amari Uptown, and I'm not the only one of our team that spends a lot of time there. And so for us, it's home, and so we built it that way. We built it with that in mind. The gym is not a check the box type gym. It's the type of gym a serious athlete would enjoy working in every single day.
Now I understand that some of your buyers from the villas at Uptown are actually pro athletes. Some of
Yeah.
them are even NFL players.
Yes, that's true. And the gym was a big deal for them. When they saw the gym, there have even been discussions of them bringing training camps down and enjoying the gym and the other facilities.
And I believe that as an audience for Tulum and target people that want to travel to Tulum, they understand the importance of a physical and mental well-being, and that's why they look for properly equipped gyms like the one you have at Uptown. Now, I'm showing you right now a video of the actual gym because many times in Tulum we hear that the building or the residential has a gym, but when we actually get to it, it's more like just like an elliptic or treadmill and a couple of dumbbells, and that's it. And it's like, bro, this is not a proper gym to do a proper workout. I mean, my wife would hate it. But this one at AMARI Uptown is just absolutely gorgeous. And you're doing even better for the next one at at Cosmos.
Oh, yes.
At Cosmos. Now, I know also that stuff like saunas are being right now marketed as one of the best wellness features. And just doing 15 minutes sauna each and every single day can lower your heart disease risk by a bunch. And it actually improves your attention, your focus, and your quality of your sleep. And I was so pleased to find a proper sauna that you can activate on demand at AMARI because that saves energy, it lowers the HOA fees, and but it also offers you this wellness experience. And that's not all. At AMARI Uptown, you don't have to put ice on a plunge pool to actually get an ice bath because it was a really well designed amenity for the jacuzzi and then the cold plunge pool that is actually made out of stainless steel.
Correct.
And it has a water cooler integrated to it. So I believe it's more hygienic, it's actually cold, and it's actually a lot more comfortable because the stainless steel has actual a bench where you can sit inside of this tub. Look at that gorgeous thing. Look at that gorgeous stuff. For those that enjoy cold plunges, this is your everyday go-to place, and you'll find it right on the AMARI amenities area.
A lot of our current buyers, they are big on the ice bath.
Absolutely.
So this type of therapy was a very specific, or it was determined if they were purchasing a villa or not, if we had this type of amenities for them. So it was something integrated on the wellness center, so they can actually have, for example, retreats or just sessions, have private coaches or anything to go there and just have this experience.
Now, another thing here, Akil, is that I believe that you have properly adjusted your villas to what the market required you, and that has also served as inspiration for Cosmos. And I'm talking about large bedrooms that can accommodate large groups, but also to maintain a certain level of independence. Because, for example, this we're looking at right now, it's Villa Jaguar. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom,
Correct.
2 swimming pools, one at ground level, one on the rooftop, and this can sleep up to like 12 adults, something like that, perhaps even more, because
Yes.
this bedroom that we're looking at actually has 3 beds. One individual one, a twin, and a
And a
queen
queen.
bed. And now for Cosmos, which is the new project, you'll be having villas that are 4 bedrooms, mansions of 6 and 7 bedrooms, and even a large mansion of up to 12 bedrooms. And that is something that the market has been asking for. So I know that you've been solving pain points, Akil. Now, how come the process and what was the inspiration to just create houses with 6 and 7 bedrooms?
I'm glad you noticed that and brought that up because it's something that we spent a lot of time with, listening to the market, listening to buyers, and trying to understand what Tulum really needed. When we first built Uptown, the entire market really was condos. There were just all of the developments going up. It was pretty much just condos as far as the eye could see, and that's what we were advised to build. But we said, well, we think there are enough of those, and we think people really are going to need homes. We think Tulum is going to grow as a destination. We come from large cities, and we've spent a lot of time in those cities, decades, and so we've seen how cities grow and how they evolve. Sometimes starting really, really small and growing into real metropolises. And so we kind of had an intuition for what the next phase of Tulum would be. And we thought our thesis was, hey, we're going to need to do villas. And so for AMARI phase one, the first 16 villas that we did 2 and 3 bedroom villas. And we noticed that our largest 3 bedroom was the best seller. And so we said, you know what? We think we need to do a 4 bedroom. And so we went back to the drawing board with one of the best architects in Mexico, Jesus da Costa of Hockey Studios. And we said, hey, we want to introduce a 4 bedroom floor plan in phases 2 and 3. And so we did that with that's the Jaguar floor plan that the video is actually walking through now. And that is now by far our best seller. So when we went to do Cosmos, which we knew was going to be our flagship, ultra luxury next step landmark in Tulum, we knew that we wanted to serve a new market that was emerging in Tulum, which were these large groups and large mastermind retreats. Okay. And we knew we also wanted to build legacy estate homes that could stay in a family for generations
Yes.
and where that could also serve as primary residences. So we made a lot of changes to the community plan, things like a kids place for families and kids, introducing one level ranch style floor plans so that if we have retirees or multi-generational families that just wanted one level, we have floor plans available that fit that, and we have customizations on some of our floor plans so that you can decide, hey, do I want the two level or the one level? So listening to buyers, pickleball became really, really popular after we started thinking about the design of Cosmos. And so we found a way to integrate the pickleball court into the amenities in a really beautiful and stunning way, in my opinion. So really listening to where the market wants and also where it's going, right? So skating to where the puck is going, knowing what's next and designing for that.
I take away one really important thing that you said, which is to just keep this for the future, like for generations. Because I believe that many times buildings in not just in Tulum, but in Mexico, they want to look the aesthetic, but they're not built to last. They're
Exactly.
built to look pretty,
Mhm.
but not built well enough to actually last for years to come. So that means that you're going to have a lot of renovation cost and maintenance cost because you didn't actually invest in quality finishes and materials and handcrafting from the beginning. Now, some of the features that I realized that you have that you have implemented in Uptown are amazing. I'm talking about, for example, these glasses on the windows, all of them, all of the glasses around all the windows in the house are 10 millimeter tempered glasses. That means that you don't have to worry about hurricanes because 10 millimeter is actually regarded as hurricane safe by the Florida Hurricane Association, and you don't have to worry. And you can feel the quality of the railings used and windows used, the way they locked in the upper windows as well. I played around with those. Um the countertop, it's not marble, it's not granite, it's actually quartz that is gonna last you a long, long time. The wooden beams that you see on the ceiling, those are not like fake wood, they're actually solid wood. So that helps you a lot. The floor was also really well built to last for ages. That's a 6 layer concrete floor that actually has the designed perforations so that it won't crack.
Mhm.
Because polished concrete looks great until it begins cracking, but that's due to low construction craftsmanship. But in this case, you're not doing that. Also, the drainage in each and every single one of the balconies tells me about a well-designed balcony because Nothing is worse than having some rain and having a puddle of rain outside of your balcony. Here, each and every single one has drainage, but also all of the planters that you see have automatic rainbird watering system. So that takes away a lot of the hassle of just maintaining one of these places. The AC condensers are well located so that they're easily to access, easily to service and maintain. And the fact that you were able to integrate some of the bedrooms in ground floor actually allows you to say to use them, as you said, for multi-generation families. Perhaps you have a person that cannot go upstairs, so having one bedroom and ground level just works great. uh, Even also for like little kids,
Babies.
and using spaces like one of the bedroom has a sitting area by the window, and I truly like that one because you can use it as an additional sleeping space. You can put a baby there. You can actually use it, just sit back and have a talk in your bedroom. So I understand, Kill, that those features have made AMARI Uptown a success. Remember, out of the 46 villas, 42 are sold. The remaining four are being offered a pre-sale with an 8-month completion timeline starting at $449,000 for the 3-bedroom option,
Yes.
and the 4-bedroom option comes at
579 and 100.
579. And this is an actually already a live community. You can go there, you can bring your client's gonna fall in love with it. Contact either Maddie or Sabrina so you can actually schedule. Either you're bringing a client or that you want to go and create some content. They will have to check which villa is available because many of them are rented out, which is great. Congratulations to that. So I believe that is what se desconectó este. But that is AMARI Uptown. Now, if you're looking for the newest project, which actually I like the architecture for the new project, which is Cosmos, I'm going to be sharing with everybody that is right now connected to the Zoom call, the Google Drive on the Zoom chat, so you can check out the information that we'll be showing you, because this is the new project. Now, for this project, Akil, you choose a different location. Tell me about the new location for Cosmos Amari, because it's actually a large project expanding for over 2 hectares.
Yes, so the Cosmos location selection was centered around two things. One, having enough available space for the grand scope and vision of the project that we needed to do to create a real landmark and flagship. And two, we wanted to have walkable connectivity to some of the best nightlife, restaurants, walking districts, and wellness in Tulum. And so we knew we wanted to be somewhat close to La Valletta. And so we started our search there. And we were eventually able to negotiate a gorgeous parcel of land just 50 yards from the front entrance of Holistica. So it's right where we want it to be in terms of walkable connectivity. And then of course you're still very, very close to the airport, to Gypsy Market, to the beach, and anywhere to town, to anywhere else you want to be. So we really love the location, and it has the right economic fundamentals too. The both land and villas have been appreciating very strongly in that area for quite a while. So we're very excited about this location.
Something I would like to add is that this area has it's already planned for all this residential and commercial growth. Something coming soon in the next 3 years is a new avenue connecting from Avenue 5th to all the way to the beach.
Yes.
So this is also something very important because you still have the shopping mall super close, 4 minutes away. You still can live in this peaceful area that is going to be residential, not all party area, because one thing is people that go and enjoy that part of Tulum, but also if they are living there and they are staying, they want this calm space too. So you can have both and still, like Akil said, to stay connected to all these places.
So actually, I believe that you hit a grand slam choosing this location because just like Akil and Ari said just a couple of moments ago, look, you have not only just a great location, really well connected to everything, because you're gonna have some of the most iconic locations in Tulum right here. Now, for those of you that don't know what Holistica is one of the best known hotels focused on well-being all around Tulum. But not only that, but also art. Now, you can go into Holistica and just walk around the art park, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's an experience in itself. But you can also go there to go for breath work, for yoga practicing. They have a large pottery studio. You can go there and have breakfast or a meal at their vegan restaurant. It is great. And it just brings you this different perspective of Tulum, of not being just party, but actually that laid back yoga, wellness focused kind of vibe. And not only that, but La Veleta is actually that Tulum boho chic vibe that actually made everybody fall in love with Tulum. Because let's be honest, sometimes you feel in Tulum like you're in a tourist trap
Yes.
because the places were designed to be this Instagram kind of place. When actually Tulum was meant to be no bluff. Like be yourself, be laid back, be a chill kind of person, just try to connect with other human beings. And you're gonna find that in La Veleta. It's got a bunch of really cool restaurants, cafe spots, nice little concept bars, and those are not tourist traps. You get fair prices, you get great concepts, you have great meals and great things in La Veleta. But not only is the nightlife and the cafe and the wellness area, but also the services. You will have the Gypsy Market, you will have the Centro Tulum shopping mall that we were talking about earlier during the southern exit. So that makes that you're going to be able to hit the airport, the Tulum airport, really easily. And just like Maria said, this large avenue, which is the 5th Avenue of Tulum, has already been paved, which is going to connect you to the beach area really easily. So I believe that you have hit a really great location. And we just saw that the appreciation between 2015 and 2023 was almost fourfold. It was 375% the appreciation in the Holistica neighborhood. So now let's talk about the master plan for Cosmos by AMARI, because I understand this is almost 2 full hectares. Is that correct, Akil?
That is right.
And you're going to be bordered by 2 streets. So you have the main entrance, which is going to be on the right. You're going to have a restaurant and commercial area with some great chefs already being under negotiation. And on the left, we're going to have another street that's going to allow you to enter the villa area for Cosmos by AMARI. Now, I see that you have a road going down the middle. That is a private road, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely private and gated. Only guests or owners can enter into that road.
Why did you choose to design it that way?
Well, for our buyers and for our guests, privacy and exclusivity was going to be important for this type of project. If you have a large mastermind, or you're hosting a large retreat, or this is your family residence, you want it to be secure, you want it to be peaceful, and you really want that traffic to be monitored.
Now, this is a controlled access community, but I like the fact that you didn't only consider just like road for the cars. You actually included a bike path because that's one of the things that I believe that people enjoy a lot when they come to Tulum. Just forgetting a bit about the car and just riding around in your bike and just creating a safe environment for your guest, for your family, for yourself. But I also see a bunch of solar panels because what you're seeing on the rooftop of many of these buildings are solar panels the same way you included solar panels in AMARI. So some of the inspiration is just for sustainable living, and the amenities, again, they're focused on well-being and fitness. Tell me a bit about the spaces and what we're gonna have on the amenity side, both in the commercial and inside the community, Akil.
You bet. So the solar panels, like you mentioned, they're standard in all Cosmos homes and they're available upgrade in Uptown. When we talk about the actual amenities, we have a truly world-class gym. So take the gym that you saw in Uptown and enhance it to something that is really truly suitable for a professional athlete to work in. That's the space. And then downstairs from the primary gym, there's a fight gym, a fight club that is t tuned for serious combat sports and mixed martial arts. So we heard from buyers and from guests um, that they were interested in having a space like this, and also it's part of the culture of Riviera Maya. There are a lot of Muay Thai gyms. There are a lot of
There.
MMA type gyms, and so it really made sense and fit with the overall vibe of Tulum and what we wanted to do at Cosmos. Then coming up from the downstairs and out of the gym, you enter into this gorgeous resort pool area with sunken fire pits, loungers, a bar area, juice bar, places where you can mix and mingle with other owners and with guests. And then across the street, we have the secluded wellness and spa oriented part of the development. And so in that wellness and oriented spa, you have several hydrotherapy areas, you have massage areas, you have showers and lockers. And then on back toward the gym, you have the kids club. And the nice thing about the kids club, in addition to just being a great place for families, is that you can see that kids club from other areas where the adults might be. So you can kind of keep an eye on the kids if you want to from the pool or from the gym. And then there's also a business lounge right upstairs from that. So mom and dad can be working upstairs or lounging at the pool or working out, and the kids are right there and you can see them. And then upstairs from the gym, on top of that gym, is this incredible rooftop pickleball court that we've designed. And so we
One of
really,
the things that I believe that you did really well at Cosmos is that you just didn't include amenities just to fill in the blank, but you actually took the amenities and took them to a higher level.
Mhm.
I mean, you elevated the experience. And I'm going to explain myself so you don't believe that I'm just bullshitting you. So, look at the fighting gym. I mean, the Fight Club gym. It's designed so that a fighter that travels with their trainers, with their entourage, with their family, even probably their content creator kind of crew, they have a sitting area just to go there and watch the athletes train. And that's something that you're gonna see that is requested by like professional athletes
Mhm.
and high net worth individuals. I know people that actually have like their private boxing sessions in the morning, and they're also having a work meeting at the same time. So this is a place designed to accommodate that kind of teams, that kind of high productivity individuals that are looking for these kind of spaces. And the aesthetic is also amazing. I really like the vibe that it transmits, and it's a place that I believe is going to be amazing because this is not just a boxing ring. This is an experience kind of amenity. Now,
So that's what I was gonna say a bit. So the fact that Yes, when you visit Tulum, everything's very natural, right? Everything's like, let's connect and everything, like gyms in general, but we need to raise that bar
Yes.
of luxury.
Yes.
Like, it's great that you go to these gyms and you carry rocks and stuff like that for a bit, but then you require a certain level of quality
Yes.
in all your not only on your homes but also on the amenities, right? So this is one of my favorite areas of the project, to be really honest, because um, when this was planned, it was planned as kind of like a man's cave,
Yeah.
right? So is this space that you still like it still have this like roughness, right? For this type of disciplines or sports, but also with a certain level of luxury. It's not
Yeah.
just men fighting. You still have a lounge area over there to sit. You still have the quality, but it's a space like to for this type of energy, because most of the places that you go in Tulum, yes, they are open and you see the plants and the sky and everything, but when you have this type of homes, right? Groups traveling, they stay a bit longer.
Yep.
We are not having this type of tourism anymore that they just come 3 days and leave. Sometimes they stay for months.
Yep.
So they require these type of things for them to be comfortable, right? We saw, for example, for the families, the family room, right? We have different type of people just coming to these projects, and if you are someone that can purchase this type of luxury home, right, or even rent one of these ones for a group or for whatever you are coming here to spend the time for, right, or the crew, you still need these all these areas that can make your life easier. So the wellness center and the fitness center, it's not only focused about body or physical, but also like emotional and psychological, right? Like all
Correct.
this wellness part, it's a complete circuit. So you have from the ice bath, then the jetted pools, then the experience showers, then the temazcal, then the lockers, and on the other side, right? For example, that is a new design of a temazcal, which is beautiful in my opinion, right? You still keep or include these like ancient practices that it's very common in Tulum, with the luxury that it requires.
Yeah.
Like we raised that bar because this is
Yes.
what is needed in Tulum.
Yes. So this is not just like I said, just amenities to fill in the blank to say, oh yeah, I have it. But these are actually elevated amenities. When it comes to the working environment, Akil said we were solving the pain point of not having reliable internet. So here you're gonna have redundant internet because you're gonna have high speed optic fiber internet, but also satellite Starlink internet so that you can work on whatever project you need, having the peace of mind that internet is just not going to go out. And when it comes to the kids area, I really like the fact that it's not just toys thrown on the ground and saying that's where your kid can enjoy, but actually involves digital kind of experiences for kids. Because let's face it, right now kids are already digital native kind of humans. So from the point that they're 3 years old, they already know how to go around an iPad, an iPhone, and the fact that we have VR headsets over here, some screens. I understand that this is going to be a great place for kids. Now, when it comes to the design of the villas, we're gonna have three, let's say, areas. Now, on the back on the back road we're gonna have a community of villas, 4 bedroom units, four bedroom, 4.5 bath units. Is that correct?
See, correct.
That's Castor and Pollux.
Correct. So we have the project is divided kind of like in three, like you were saying, right? So but it's important to mention that it's all integrated, right? So there's no division like physically like door or anything. It's everything, it's integrated. So on one section you have the villas, that it's 10 villas, right? We have two villa types, that is Castor and Pollux. They do have 4 bedrooms. They have two half bathrooms, one downstairs and one on the rooftop also. And this is kind of like a concept a bit like Uptown, right?
Yep.
So always having in mind the privacy, of course, and that's how the layout of the villas are. Then you have this next area that is the mansions. We have 17. You have two buildings that is the amenities, right? The wellness and the fitness. And then on the
The front.
first part, on the front part of the project, you have the what we call the palace. That is the one that is a double lot, you can say, and it's gonna be between, depending on the owner also and the design and the amenities inside that home, 10 or 12 bedrooms, right? And the commercial area on the front that it's open for the pool, right? So everything is integrated. You can still walk from one side to the other because it collides, right, with the two of the avenues. So this type of you have different enterprises, right, to this project, the villas and the mansions. So that's also important because you can still have this quality and this luxury, right? And have a villa like Castor and Pollux, or you can have a mansion still preserving that quality bar.
Absolutely. Now it also comes to what the market is looking for, what the actual buyer is looking for. So if you have a client that's looking for a 4-bedroom villa, then you will be looking at Castor and Pollux options. If you have a client looking for much larger or more bedroom units, then you will be looking at Tres Cielos, Kai, Templo, or Rame. Now, as you can see, the design, the architecture style is completely different from what we are used to seeing in Tulum. One of the things that I've criticized over the years in Tulum, and especially in the villa market in Tulum, is that sometimes the villas are designed from another cities, and even Mexico cities like Monterrey, Puebla, Guadalajara, Querétaro, and it's like that is not the Tulum kind of vibe. But also you have those villas that overdo the handcraft finishes, which is another name for low quality finishes. But here we have great designs, great sustainability in mind, and built for the future. So I like the new style and the spaces. All of them, they have 10 different architectural styles for the mansion. Some of them have already been sold and won't be built again. There are 3 of them that are special design that are already sold. But for example, let's look at this one that's called Tres Cielos. This is a 6-bedroom, 5.5 bathrooms, 2 swimming pools, spanning over 3,600 square feet. Now, the design is amazing. The design is amazing. Please tell us a bit about it.
So it's important that we go to the beginning, right? Where did Cosmos come from? The origin of this project is the concept is something bigger than life, right? So when you have this concept of the cosmos, you have different elements to grab from, right? So most of our homes, our amenities, the design has a lot of curves, right? Has a lot of
Yes.
these like skylights. So it is important for us because both of our projects, Uptown and Cosmos, they are surrounded by a lot of jungle, right? So they are very calm environments. And it is amazing, like the quality in general, I can say from the sky, right? Because on the big cities it's not common that you can see the stars. Either you have pollution or you just in general have bad weathers on the cities. So when you go to Tulum and you don't have all these like light pollution, and it's very like majestic at night when you can see the sky and the stars, and it's just so beautiful. So this architecture comes from that, right? On the first project, we have a more like rough and earthy finishes, yes, which is great for Tulum, but also we have this new segment of people, right? That they are coming, that they want more. Yes, it's great that you connect with nature, but we also want to live in a bigger home with different materials, with more quality, with luxury. So on this type of designs for Cosmos, we do have different materials, right? We have more, they call them porcelanatos, more stone, polished stone. It's not only all like
Chukum.
chukum and just
Polished concrete.
yes,
Yeah.
all. So you have to redesign these homes for like to provide for this segment that it's coming now to Cosmos.
I love the design that you have, the different elements you're bringing in, and you also have in-house amenities. You have jacuzzis, you have swimming pools, you have these beautiful curves and on almost every corner. And the fact that, I mean, I showed you some of the renders for the master bedrooms. They include some great designs. Like, look at this double sink for the master bedrooms. I know women, or at least my wife, will love that. High ceilings, that's another great thing. You include really high ceilings between 2.7 and that would be about 9 to 10 feet tall.
350.
Plus, you have the double height that
Correct.
goes a lot further. I mean, look at the size of those windows. That's going to allow you to bring in a lot of sunlight. Natural light is always great. It helps you with your circadian rhythm, and just places that are actually designed to host large groups. Look at the dining table, look at the breakfast counter. Those are things that sometimes are marketed in Tulum. Oh, this house is for groups. But then you have the dining room and it's tiny. It's meant for 4 people. So you have actually well-designed places. And when you look at the renders, you realize that you have distinctive features like the openings in the ceiling for you to look at the sky. That is amazing. I really like them. You can see the solar panels, and that's just one design. I remind you to all that I just shared with you the Google Drive link right in the Zoom chat, so you can look at all of the designs. Here we're looking at Kai. This is another 6 bedroom, 5.5 bathroom, 2 parking spaces. This is over 3,800 square feet. And again, lots of open design, lots of curves, and it just comes down to the preference of the buyer. Now, there's another value differentiator for Cosmos, which is many builders in Mexico, not only in Tulum, but all around Mexico, they have a really hard time um, creating different or fulfilling the buyer's special needs and taste. So if somebody wants to customize a house, the usual answer is no, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. But at Cosmos, Mari, I believe that you're actually different. Please tell us about the options and how you work with the clients to actually get the design that they want.
So what we notice also on the market is that these people come, right? This specific target is not gonna come to Mexico and look for an architect and then look for someone to build their home, and plan their whatever ideas they have. Like they don't want to do that. So when you provide this type of homes, right, that they are luxury homes, and they are like, okay, I love this floor plan, but I would like a bedroom here, but change me this part. But when you give them the guideline or the structure, right? But you're open to these changes because they are like, I don't care, like I will pay it because I have the money. I just don't want to do it with someone else. I like this house. I just want an extra bedroom, or I just want the pool bigger, or I just want to change this because I have 2 kids and I want to come here with them, or I have a dog, I want more garden. So what happens is that we meet with the client, right? We meet with the architect. They work on this. So, for example, the client can say, "I want this, and this." No, five things: the pool, the other bedroom, the garden, whatever. And then the architect works with those ideas and present to that. Once it's approved, that is what we are going to build. Like we are providing this the entire work for the client, because at the end of the day, this is a home, yes, for investment. But
Yes.
what we saw also is that some of the owners, they actually want to spend time there, like
Yes.
live there certain months or to come often, to visit. Or it's wonderful to see that it's not only going to be for rental, but
Yep.
it's also for their own needs. Like
Yeah.
this is going to be my home, and I'm going to be here. Probably not next year or in 5 years, but I want to retire here or I want to live here, and they are making it their own.
I want to create a space of my own to actually cover my needs. That is the great way of thinking that makes Cosmos by AMARI completely different. Now, there is another really important thing that I have to mention that makes AMARI different that many builders in Tulum and the Riviera Maya area, which is when you have a client that has a specific request for a modification that they want to implement in their house, usually talk to the master broker. Then the master broker talks to the developer, and the developer has to talk to the construction team. Sometimes the master broker is not an architect, it's not an engineer, and they don't want to get into trouble. So they go like, oh no, that's not possible. Or if they go to the developer goes like, oh, but the builder is gonna charge me more. They're probably gonna mess this up. And I don't want to have to I don't want to be overlooking their work. So no, I'm not gonna do those changes. The great thing about AMARI is that you are a vertical integrated company because you're in charge of the sales process. That means that when you have a request by a client, you can actually communicate that request directly to the developer and sit down with the architect and the engineers to make that thing happen. But not only that, but actually, once the building is completed and the owner says, well, you know what, I'm going to use it for just 6 months every year. The rest of the time, I don't want that my house to just be vacant or to cost me money. Can you help me rent it out? Then the AMARI team also is able to rent those units out to make a profit out of that. So that is one of the great things that you're not going to be dealing with middle people or with middle persons in AMARI. You're actually talking to the developing team from the beginning, from your purchase offer to the management of your villa.
Correct. So the company have all these areas, right? So we are the developer of the entire project, the idea. We are the builder. So we do all the construction. We are the sales, right? And we have the commercial area, and we have the STR area, that is the short-term rental, right? Or even long-term rental. So what happens is that why we do it like that? Because to build a brand, you need to have a standard quality, right?
Yes.
So for you to be able to do that, you have to optimize all these processes, right? And to set the bar. So what happens is that once, for example, the villa is done, it's ready for STR. If you want to live in your villa, that is fine too. But if you want to rent it, it has to be rented with us, right? Why? Because this is what we are doing at Uptown. Sometimes people ask if they can rent it by their own, but the thing is that you cannot keep a quality or a constant, right? If one of the owners, because most of our owners also, they don't live here, so
Yes.
they have to hire someone. So for example, you cannot have that quality if one person purchased one type of furniture, the other one don't have the TVs, the other one, the cleaning service didn't arrive on time, and all these things, like for us to be able to have those almost perfect
Rating.
See, correct? We need to have all these areas, right? So we are solving that for you. If something happens, if they require something from the TV remote, from the pool, from
The AC.
like I have leaves on my pool, can somebody come clean them?
Yes. I know that.
What is I don't know. I need more lighting here. I cannot find the lights for the outside. And all these things that we provide, right? For the guests, even the residents, sometimes they visit their homes, they don't even know where the lighting is.
Yep.
That happens. And all these can be done and improve the ROI, but only if you keep this high standard of quality.
Absolutely.
So
And I know many times clients don't like to be restricted to, oh, but I want to manage my own rental unit. But I always tell them, sir, have you ever been into the hospitality business? Do you have like the actual staff on site to care for your guest? Because if you're going to be 3,000 miles away and you need to solve the AC, the hot water, stuff like that, or the internet,
yes,
it's going to be a lot easier if you hire a company, if you work with a company that actually has the available staff on site and the experience to actually solve those issues right away. Because when we get bad reviews, people and the guests don't tell about the property management company. They tell about the residential, the
Yes.
place. So the fact that you have an almost perfect rating on Google Maps tells you about the great management that you have done for the villas at Uptown, and that I believe will continue with Cosmos. Now, when it comes to the prices, I'm looking for the prices for the project and the payment plans, because I know that will be really interested in that. So if you're looking for a 4 bedroom, for a 6 or 7 bedroom units in the mansion area, that would be models Kai, Tres Cielos, Ramé, and Templo. Prices starting at $1.2 million, and that's not including modifications. So if you have a client that actually wants to change the floors, the tiles, perhaps the cabinets or stuff like that, or even create or fuse together 2 bedrooms, you would be looking perhaps at a bit higher price. But that is the starting price under the actual finishes and including the layouts that are already planned out. Now,
Manuel, I would say that one of the advantages of being fully vertically integrated is that we have architects in-house, right?
yes,
We have an in-house architecture team. As long as the materials don't change, as long as there is not a material change in design that will require us to re-permit, a lot of times we can make a lot of different modifications without any change of the cost, and that's because we're vertically integrated that way. And going back to Maria's point, it, yes, it's about the on-site hospitality that allows us to do that. But then there are also services that there's just no way you could do on your own. Could you really have a private driver for your guests? It wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't be able to do that. And so again, by vertically integrating everything, it's more of an Apple type model where we can control the entire supply chain in order that we deliver this really excellent experience.
that is just taking any stress out of the mind of the client, knowing that that will be done, and you're not going to be just another Mexican provided who fell short on the expectations that you had. So thank you so much for that input. I do believe that being a vertically integrated company helps and solves a lot of problems for clients, especially those that don't live here and that they don't have to work with different providers. So that is amazing. Now, for the villas, for the 4 bedroom units, the starting price at 725. Now, considering the architecture, the spaces, and the amenities that it's going to have, that's an absolute great price point. Taking into consideration you are in a private gated controlled access community with the additional infrastructure services as high connectivity and high speed internet with redundant using the Starlink and water filtration systems that include reverse osmosis and UV light water systems. Yeah. Now, if you want to get in on Cosmos, this is the right time, and you can do so putting a 10% USD reserve to secure the location. 10,000. What did I say?
10%.
10%. Oh, it's 10,000 USD to lock down the model and the location that you want. You can review the sales agreements, and once you're clear on that, you put 30% down payment. You're going to put 55% during the construction phase and 10% upon the delivery of your luxury villa in Tulum. Now, one of the great things that we were talking about yesterday is that you can take USDs, but also cryptos. Now, if you were one of those early crypto investors and you think this is time to cash out and get those gains, this is a place where you can do so. If you bought cryptos a year ago and you're waiting for them to bounce back, keep them, and you can use that for the 55% during construction or for the 10% upon delivery. Now, one question. If you pay with crypto, do you have to pay 100% of the price with crypto, or can you do a mix of some on USD and some on
Yes.
crypto?
See, you can do a mix. You can do a mix of what you were paying, of course. Every case is different depending on the client also. So for example, that's the normal structure that we have, the 35% down payment, the 55 during construction, and 10 delivery, right?
Yep.
But sometimes also if they give a higher down payment, we make extra discounts on
Great.
the price, right? So that's also important. And about the USD and the cryptocurrency, correct? Like we absorb that, and it depends on the client. We have no restriction about that.
Awesome. Now, when it comes to HOA, because I saw Mariana Racero was asking about it on the Zoom chat, the villas, the 4-bedroom units, are 450 USD per month as an HOA, and the mansions, 6 and 7-bedroom units, are 750 USD per month. Now, it is really important to say that the HOA takes care of all the common areas maintenance. That means the access road, the payments for the security personnel, the gardening,
Amenities.
all of the amenities that are common areas. Now, whatever happens inside of your villa is not covered in that HOA. You will have to take care of your own pool cleaning guy, your gardening, of course, your utilities for the inside of your villa. But 450 per month and 750 per
Actually,
month.
Manuel, a small distinction there.
Nice.
The
Bring it.
HOA, the HOA for Uptown is 350, and then it's an extra $100 per month if you would like us to take care of your landscaping and your pool.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Nice.
so that brings it to 450. Yep. And so we can take care of it all if you want to bring it up to 450. If you would rather handle that yourself, maybe you like gardening for whatever reason, you can do 350.
Hey, that's once again, great solution, really well planned, because if you already have cleaning and maintenance staff on site, it's just so much easier to
Exactly.
increase. And that just, I mean, for somebody buying a, let's say, a 1 million average kind of unit, a couple of $100 more just for the ease of mind of having somebody cleaning that place that knows how to do it, that knows where everything is just so great. Now, the full completion of the project is expected to be between 2020, 2028 and 2029. Is that correct?
Yes.
That includes the villa, the mansion, and the amenities area, including the front, which will have restaurant areas and the amenities. That is just great. Now, what we're looking at is a really well-designed product that has already a proven and successful previous project with AMARI Uptown. Now, Sabrina, let's say that somebody wants to bring a client with you and they want to get to know Uptown and they are interested in Cosmos. Please tell me a bit about the process. How long did they have to make the schedule, the tour with you? Talk to us about that process, please.
Okay, well, my name is Sabrina. I'm broker in-house here in AMARI and Cosmos by AMARI. So any broker or agency can reach me by my WhatsApp, and then I can share the full drive, both drives, and we can have some conversation if they have some possible client, and if they want to visit AMARI, we can schedule a visit. We need like
Sure.
1 or 2 days
Yep.
in advance, because as we make this rental vacation, we need to know if one of the villas are available for the visit.
Yep.
So well, we do it like that. Also for clients with their brokers. And also we are open if brokers want to go on video and make some content.
Yep.
Is the same way. They can contact me and I can schedule everything with the team. And well, I'm happy to assist all the brokers, the agencies, and well, let's sell.
Well, the first thing that I tell real estate brokers, if you're looking at this and you have never visited AMARI Uptown, it is really important that you do. I mean, I have already shared with you some of the videos of the Jaguar Villa, the gym, the amenities, but you're not going to get the full experience unless you actually visit it in person, and you're going to understand why this place has 90% of their inventory sold, and why I believe that Cosmos by AMARI will be another successful project. But if you want to create content at one of the AMARI Uptown villas, it is really important you schedule at least 2 days in advance with Sabrina so that they can make sure that they have an available villa for you to go and visit and to create that content. Now, if you have a client that is thinking about coming to Tulum, that is, oh, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it on Easter or if I'm going to make it by the end of March or perhaps April, AMARI has another great promotion for you. Tell us about the fly and buy kind of package that you have available right now for interested clients.
Right. This is very important because, well, in AMARI Uptown, we just have the last 4 villas.
Yep.
So if somebody is really interesting, it's a good idea to block one of these each villas. The same for Cosmos because it's a very exclusive gated community. So the client can block this villa with a $10,000 in advance. So they can book their flight, they stay in AMARI, they can live the experience in AMARI, they can live all the service, the quality services that we have, the transfer from the airport, all these things that Maria had told. So, well, we have also program with brokers if
Yep.
they want to stay in AMARI and live the experience and transmit and communicate this to their clients is like a very good idea. So they can contact me and, well, we have special discounts for our
Valentine's Day is
Yes.
coming just right up. So if you're a real estate broker, you want to take advantage of this great deal by the AMARI team so you can experience AMARI by yourself with your wife, with your boyfriend, with your husband, and you want to bring them, take advantage of this deal. Get in contact with Sabrina. Her phone is right now on screen. It's 557-6702-4893. And tell them, hey, Sabrina, I want to experience AMARI by myself. I heard you have a great deal for real estate brokers to spend the night at AMARI, and she's going to tell you the best deals available for you. Now, what can you tell us about the Cosmos? You bring them, where do you meet your clients? Do you meet them at the Gypsy Market? Do you meet them at AMARI Uptown? Do you drive them to Cosmos? How does the tour work?
Well, we can go right to AMARI Uptown
Great.
to make a showing over there. And then we can go to Holistica, that it's a very, very nice place. I like very much Holistica and like the shots they have there and the artwork and everything. And well, when the clients saw all this ambient, this vibe, and you talk about La Veleta, it's 2 minutes, no, far away. And then you walk to the next lot that it's Cosmos.
Yep.
That's the right way to do it.
Now, right now at the Cosmos land, what is being done as work? Has construction already begun?
No,
Yes,
we are
land's been
cleaning.
cleared. I'm sorry, good, Sabrina?
No, go ahead.
No, so I was just going to say, land's been cleared, and we are doing excavations on the first 2 villas.
Awesome. Now, I know that there's a lot of information that perhaps you're still willing to find out about the project. You have already seen the phone to contact Sabrina directly, but if you want to explore more about the information, I like the fact that you included these large frequently asked questions. That's going to clear many of those doubts that you have regarding materials, finishes, why they were designed this way, and they have it right here. Now, this is an amazing project. Remember, over 90% of their previous project has been sold. They only have 4 remaining pre-sale villas at AMARI Uptown, but they do have a large selection of 4-bedroom, 6-bedroom, and even 7 bedrooms, and a palace up to 12 bedrooms at Cosmos by AMARI. Akil, I believe that, and I say this truly, honestly, that you have been pioneers, both with AMARI Uptown and now looking forward to Cosmos by AMARI, not building for what is going to be sold right now, but what the people are going to be looking for the next 5 to 10 years in Tulum by creating these great communities. Thank you so much for elevating Tulum. And I know we have covered a lot, but I'm not sure if Mari, Akil, Sabrina, there's something else that we're missing out that you would like to tell the Broker Center audience.
Well, I think one thing is that we're very excited about selling out Uptown. As you mentioned, there are only a few villas left, and we've got some great incentives that we're offering right now. We typically play 6% plus EVA on our commissions,
Yep.
but for now, through the end of March, we are offering 7% plus EVA. And that's both on Uptown and Cosmos. But we are super excited to get brokers out there looking at Uptown, looking at Cosmos, and getting those last few villas at Uptown sold. And I think
This
Maria
is
had something she wanted to add too.
This is your opportunity, real estate brokers. If you're going to make an extra commission, remember for the first 3 months of this 2026, Cosmos is bumping up their commission from 6% plus taxes to 7% plus taxes. So don't miss out. Visit AMARI Uptown, fell in love with it, visit it, stay the night through a great deal that they are offering you. Go and create some content and just bring your clients looking for a great, well-built, well-designed villa to a residential that is already alive, vibrant, and they're gonna fall in love too. You wanted to say something else, Mary?
Well, just to close the session, like I was gonna say that there's no better way for selling than to you experiencing the entire project.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Sabrina, final words?
Final words, we have incentive.
Yep.
For the buyers at
Yep.
Cosmos. Right now, for the first 3 months of this year, we have 800,000.
No,
No, 80.
80
$80,000 $80,000
discount.
Discount.
80 mil.
$80,000 discount
Right.
on the sales price. That is just
Yes.
absolutely amazing for the first 3 months, right? So whether you're a real estate broker or an interested client in buying a place on Cosmos by AMARI, don't miss out. Take into consideration those promotions, both for the brokers and the clients. Now, thank you so much for everybody that has been here. I am going to upload this video for YouTube in case you joined in halfway through and you want to review this, you want to learn more about the project. I'm going to put once again the phone for Sabrina Amezcua. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, Akil. I hope that you get back to the nice weather of Tulum as soon as possible, so you can stop wearing the tech fleece and just enjoy this nice weather, brother.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Manuel.
Thank you so much for everybody that joined in for this presentation. I hope you have a great, clear view of these amazing projects. And if you want to have further details or you want to schedule a visit, contact Sabrina and all of the team at AMARI will help you. That will help you a lot. Now, my name is Manuel Jasso. If this is the first time you're visiting the channel, I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button, the little bell, so that you can get a notification each and every single time that I upload a new video. And if you like this video, just hit me the like button. Thank you, Akil. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you to everybody that was here. I hope we solved all of your doubts. And Rich Skinner, I'll answer that once we're offline. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.